What's going on, Libra? How are you doing? Hope you're doing super well. This is the Autistic Mystic, and this is going to be your reading for the month of November 2023. So in this reading, Libra, we're going to take a look at your overall general energy for November. We're going to take a look at some things you do not see coming. We're also going to get some advice from your angels and spirit guides and so much more for you regarding November 2023, Libra. But before we begin this reading, as always, I do want to take a moment to let you know that you are very welcome here in this space with me as we go through this reading, and I really do appreciate you, Libra, in advance for taking the time to check this reading out. Now, if this general reading happens to resonate with you, definitely smash that like button, subscribe down below if you have not already for future updates. I would also really appreciate that over here, Libra. So without further ado, I'm now going to pull the energy for you, and we'll see what's coming your way in November 2023, Libra. As always, I would like to thank the angels, the interdimensional beings, and the spirit guides for overseeing this act of divination. If this is 11 cards, then this is your reading. I have a feeling it is. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, wow, 10, wow, 11. Okay. Let's go ahead and see what we got going on here then. Usually you have to watch me shuffle for the returning viewers, but apparently the reading is a complete jumper. So before we get into the tarot, let's go ahead and start this reading off with some pre-shuffled oracle cards from the universe. This is going to be the energy you're meant to embody, the energy you need more of, Libra, for November. And the first energy you have is the starfish, and it says sacred on it. So there is something about symmetry here, okay, that you're meant to embody. So the first thing that's coming to my awareness is to really tap into your own inherent ability to utilize the concept of symmetry in your own life. Because if we look at Libras, sun, moon, or rising, or whatever, you tend to have very symmetrical bodies, okay? But in some sort of way, you're looking for symmetry in your life. Now, the main thing of this reading, or excuse me, of this card, Libra, is there's something here about there's something coming through about you're waiting to have some sort of mystical experience. Like right now, as many of you are listening to this, life seems a little bit low because you're waiting for some sort of magical spiritual moment to happen to you in the future, or you're thinking about how spiritual your life used to be in the past. Why doesn't it feel as spiritual? Why doesn't it feel as divine? Why doesn't it feel as happy as it used to, or it could? What I'm here to tell you, or what the universe is here to tell you, Libra, I hope you're paying attention, is that in November 2023, you need to find symmetry and the divine in the most mundane, ordinary experiences, because that's where it really exists. You see, the present moment is all that there ever is. And I see that you're clearly going through some sort of difficult time, right? For many of you, things are out of sorts in your life. You don't feel very put together. You could feel like you're in an identity crisis for some of you, or it's a very difficult situation that you're going through in November, even right now. And what this is saying is that there needs to be a fundamental shift in your consciousness to view everything as sacred and spiritual, even the worst things. Okay? So we're going to have to see how that applies to you, and I'll guide you through it. But there's something very clearly, Libra, there's something about your waiting, and you're waiting for nothing, okay? Because there's some sort of thing that you're going through that is meant to be spiritual right now. You're waiting for a mystical experience. That can be oversimplified for some of you, but I just get this feeling of you're not juicing the present moment for all it's worth. Because if you're not in a sacred, spiritual state of being, you're never going to be. If it's not now, it's never going to happen. Or that's a little bit oversimplified, but you get me? You get me. Okay, now the next energy you need here is courage. Okay, and this is the lion. So there may be a Leo. Some of you are going to be dealing with a Leo here, Libra. There could be a Leo in your life that is very important for you. I get it to learn something from this Leo, or to surround yourself with a Leo. Now, for all of you, whether or not a Leo is in your life, there's something about taking the high road. especially when it comes to conflict resolution, especially when it comes to any sort of disagreement that you may be in, some sort of quarrelsome situation. There's something about you have to have the courage to, just like the symmetrical, beautiful Libra that you are, to really take the high road in some sort of conflict situation. And here's the thing, many of you, this conflict situation is not going to necessarily have to do with other people. It has to do with your own state of, dare I say, spiritual confusion or something. And what this means, taking the high road, means sitting with your feelings, okay? And not judging your feelings. I'm not spiritual because my life's not in order. If I was different, my life would be more spiritual and magical. That is the false mindset that I'm here to help dismantle, because most of you, that's the state it's as it's showing up right now. There really is something about having the courage to view each experience as an opportunity for spiritual growth instead of viewing it as I messed up, victim consciousness, whatever. Okay, so I don't know if there's a mistake. To be honest, I feel like you're beating yourself up for mistakes that you made in life in November. Or there's someone else that's really laying into you. And if there's someone really coming at you, making you sad, pointing out your flaws, instead of responding to them with negativity, you need to take the high road and have a different type of victory over someone. Okay, I just get that. Okay, because I don't know what this is about, Libra. And then here, the final card you need more of is consume in reverse. And this is like the vulture, but it's in reverse. So what this, when you think about a vulture, it's like the scavenger, right, Libra? It's like the animal that just, comes upon a dead body and starts eating it. Doesn't even worry about digesting it, just get it in. And there's something here, the first message coming through is be very careful about what you're consuming. Not only your food, but more so the energy. Because we don't just eat with our mouths, we eat with our 5 senses. So there's something about you being in a mindless state of consumption rather than production. And this pattern, it seems to be growing in you. There's a potential for it to grow. There's a potential for you in November 2023, Libra, what I'm sensing right now, for you to be like, here, this is my life. Here, you deal with it. Like, you want to like give your life away. Not like you'll be actually mentally saying that to yourself. But the frequency that I'm picking up on is, here, just let me watch this movie. Let me numb out. Let me like consume. I don't think about the food. Like, let me just eat it. Let me just consume this person's video. Let me just consume this television show. Okay? And there's something about you need to just not be in the autopilot mind, because you're dealing with a very high intensity situation in November. And this high intensity situation you're dealing in November, instead of you viewing it as part of an opportunity for spiritual growth or part of a divine plan for you to go through self-development, take the high road, honestly assess yourself, and then change your frequency in the moment, there's something here about you just putting something off. No, I can't create this. I can't do it. It's just, so here's the thing. Here's what I'll say. For a lot of you, you're going to have an opportunity to really have a lot of fun in chaos. November 2023 isn't going to be a month of lollipops and rainbows. It's just not. Right now, as the energy reads, it's not. And so what this means, but your advice, the interesting thing to jump to your advice is the Page of Wands and the Knight of Wands. There's something about you keeping an optimistic approach despite immense coldness, darkness, and difficulty. For a lot of you, this sacredness and the courage has to do with the events that we're seeing in the world on a global scale. In your personal life, but let me back up for a sec. You see the sacred card, symmetry, and you see the courage card. For many of you in your life, based on the world events that are happening, it's up to you, Libra, to view it from both sides. Many of you will be offended by this because of what's going on in the world. I almost don't want to put this in the reading, but there's something here about you being a mediator for human consciousness at this time. The last thing that we need right now, with all the Libras in the world and all the chaos that's going on in the world, in your personal life, but also in the global sense with the wars and everything, the last thing we need is Libras to be weak right now. The last thing we need is Libras to shell up. The last thing we need is Libras to not question and just blindly consume. The last thing we need is for Libras to not have courage. So you need to have courage to like mediate this whole thing. That's what Libra does. You go this perspective, let's balance it. But it's in your personal life and the collective. So I don't know how you apply that, but that's just what's coming through. Sorry, this is like a dark, gloomy reading. It just is what it is. So I hope it, take what resonates, leave what doesn't, Libra. But here we go. In your opportunity this month, Libra, is the Strength card. Okay, the Strength card has to do with moving through a difficult situation with grace, merging your higher self with the animalistic side, and not letting your ego get the best of you. It has to do with like if someone is like bothering you or fighting you, and like a toddler is like, like instead of being like, yo, like get away from me, you just like gently pick the toddler up and drop them off. So I do feel like there's someone, you're going to feel like the universe is coming at you this month. I don't know if it's in your own head or if it's a person. For many of you who feel like all of it. And what this means is don't lose your cool. And it's interesting to me that your opportunity is the Courage card, Strength, where it has to do with courage. And what you need more of is the Lion. Okay, so there's clearly something to do with pride, bravery, but not letting your pride get the best of you. Because the Strength card, when we're in our lower form, it's all about pride getting the best of us. So I do feel like, here's what's happening. It would be very easy for you to blame other people and in your personal life for why your life isn't that great right now, or for the mess that you're in. I just feel like you're in some sort of mess. And it would be very easy for you to blame people or the world at large right now. But that's like the opposite of what you need to do. The frequency that I'm getting for you is you need to take responsibility for the situation, even if it's not your fault. So even if you really believe that your life is in shambles right now because the world's messed up, because people are messed up, what I want you to do is like, you need to be the Libra. Scales of justice. You're here to balance this whole thing out. You're here to balance your life out, the whole world. So you cannot afford to be in these lower states of consciousness of like the opposite of Leo. What's the opposite of Leo? Aquarius. So I don't know what that means. Okay, let's keep going. Your challenge is the Ace of Swords. And I don't know, to be honest, I really feel like this whole reading is about a truth about yourself that's very hard for you to consume. This Ace of Swords has to do with truth, clarity, insight, speed, new beginning. And so right now, your challenge is it's hard for you to have a mental new beginning. And to be honest, what the sacred energy is about, Libra, I hope this reading is resonating. It's not usual, but you have this sacred card, right? In the energy you need more of. And then your challenge is this. So I do feel like there's a certain perspective in your life that's really hard for you to digest, okay? But you're going to have to here. Or there's some sort of very painful truth that you need to really take in. What that's about, we're going to have to see when we clarify, okay? Here's the thing. This bug, I'm going to kill this bug, man. Sorry. When it comes to your overall general energy, Libra, okay? Your overall general energy, it's a little bit cold, it's a little bit emotional. You have the Five of Swords, you have the Queen of Swords, and you have the Five of Cups. The number 5 has to do with change. So right now, in November 2023, your life is changing. But it's not changing in a way that seems beneficial to you on the surface because you're working out a lot of deep issues. It's really you confronting your own emotional trauma and perhaps doing shadow work around that. Okay, now for others of you, there is a very specific person or situation that's making you sad. There could have been a death in your family. There could have been a breakup. Or it's just in general, you feel very lost in life right now. I do feel like there's a sense that your emotions are clouding your logic at this time. So you have the Queen of Swords is looking right at that Five of Cups. And then your challenge is the Ace of Swords, right? Your emotions are getting in the way of any sort of clear clarity. And what I really meant to say before with this card, when I went on that rant about it recently, is that you need to find your spiritual connection through the present moment, through not wanting anything to change. The moment you accept the present moment as what it is, I am sad, I am confused. It's the moment you change it if you accept it. If you resist it, because I'm telling you, I don't know what this is about. I feel like this reading is like someone like you're like lying to yourself about your life, or someone's lying to you about your life, and it's making you very clouded and not able to see the spiritual blessing of it. So there's a spiritual blessing here, but it's just very like, and then here we go. I mean, what the hell? And what you don't see coming, you have the Page of Swords, you have the Eight of Swords, and you have the Five of Pentacles. Now, from this reading's perspective, I'd be like, are we breaking out into a war? Like, I mean, this is a collective reading for Libra. Potentially there's something global event that happens that triggers this. We'll have to see. But clearly it's being triggered. In this energy, Libra, in what you don't see coming, there's a lot of stuckness. There's a lot of feeling like you're on the outside of where you want to be. And there's a lot of questioning going on that you don't think is really leading anywhere. Okay. And so you're at a very low point, it seems, for me in November 2023 in terms of frequency and vibration. So we're going to have to clarify that. There's a truth about yourself that is very hard for you to swallow. I don't think you're seeing yourself clearly. I just don't think you're seeing yourself clearly, which is very ironic because Libra is like, you're able to see things from every angle, usually, right? Scales of justice. And so why are you afraid to see yourself as other people see you? Why do you have so much resistance? I can feel it right now. I can feel like some of you are saying, this is not my reading. And then you're not really happy and you're like trying to, like, I'm going to be honest. There is a sense here, Libra. There is a real sense of a fake, phony happiness that you've been holding on to that's dissolving. You know what I sense from this reading? And some, it's not always there. But like there is a big part of you that when people like ask you like, hey, how's your life going? Like you lie to yourself like, oh, I love life. Like life's great. I love my life. Yeah, I love it. And it's like coming from this place of like this, like strength in reverse. It's like, oh, I love my life. And people are like, that was off. You don't always do it. You're not stuck in that fragment always, but you need to look at that fragment because there's another part of you, like people ask you, how's things going, Libra? And you're just like, you're honest. You're like, this is just really bad right now. And you're honest, but there's still that little, like, I'm just going to call it out. There's a BS part of you like, oh, I love life. Life's great. Yeah, there's like a world war. I have no, like, anything, but, like, I just, like, life's great. Yeah, we're going to the winery, yeah. And it's just like, yo, this is bad, okay? So I don't know what you're doing with your little Libra thing, but I can see right through it, okay? So I'm not even saying you're denying it, but I'm just saying I'm calling you out on it, okay? And I don't even know how this is going to help you. I just think it is. I just know it is. So that's the thing. And then we go to your advice from Spirit. And here's where it gets fun. Here's where you need to dig deep, okay? Because there's a fire in your heart and it's taking over. I know this reading is different and you're like, bro, this is slow. But there's a fire in your heart that's taking over. Okay, there really is. This whole experience is meant to light you up from the inside and take a youthful approach to life. I want you, whatever you have going on, please do not think you know what's going on. That's all I can say. All the advice is telling me to give you is to have a youthful enthusiasm and fun and adventurous spirit. You need to treat this mess that you're in as an adventure because that's what it is. Okay, you cannot afford to fall into victim consciousness here. And then you're walking away from it. This is not going to last forever, Libra. In your advice, you have the Eight of Cups. If circumstances do not fit your needs, move, walk away. There's a fly on me again, Jesus. But there's something you need to walk away from here, Libra. And I feel like it has to do with this heaviness. So I know that this is very vague, but now let's go ahead and get the details. Let's activate this Virgo in me. Okay. So the first card that I want to clarify for you is why the Strength card is in your opportunity for November 2023. Why is the Strength card in your opportunity for November 2023, Libra? Yeah, it definitely has to do with your work or network. It has to do with other people. There's definitely people triggering you this month. Hold on. When it comes to career, work, the Strength card is clarified by the Three of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles, the Ten of Pentacles, the Eight of Cups, and the Ten of Cups here. So clearly, This digging deep, taking the high road clearly has to do with your long-term goals and where you see yourself, your legacy, and it has to do with work. It has to do with the physical realm. So many of you right now, you're trying to find passion for it and you just can't. I don't know what it is. I honestly feel, Libra, like you are a very talented individual who has so many avenues that can get to wealth. It's not even about wealth, it's about your legacy. Right now, I almost feel that you need to be honest with yourself. Like, are you pushing something from your ego? Are you just, and there is a thing here. There's something about your work where people can just tell it's not original. And this is where I said I'm going to get into the details. Okay, you want the details? I'm sorry, I got to give you the details. And it's funny because there's a big percentage of Libras like, this reading's boring. It's not my reading, and it's literally like the thing that would change their life. But here's the thing. People can tell that your shit is coming from your mind and not your heart. And I don't even know how to change that. I'm gonna help you change that, I swear. But there's something about being loose and experimental instead of knowing this is what I know from my work. There's a difficult situation with your work that you need to move through with grace. And I just feel like there's a lack of originality. This is why this card is here. What do you need more of? Vulture in reverse. And I'm telling you, there's something about your work. People think that you are, I'm not going to say copying other people, but they can tell it's just coming from a place of regurgitation. You know, like there's a lot of readers out there that are like, the 8 of Cups in 1892, this symbol means, it's just like, bro, tell me about my life. Don't tell me about the symbol, bro. Unless it applies to my life. You're just reading it like a dictionary, brother. Okay. And so, I'm sorry, but this is what's going on. So let's keep going. I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing with you. Let's and they're like, there's anger almost going to be directed at me. I don't know. Let's see why the Ace of Swords is in your challenge. Yeah. Let's see, why is the Ace of Swords in your challenge? See, yeah. Why is the Ace of Swords in your challenge for November? The Ace of Swords in your challenge is, wow, clarified by the, what? The Ace of Pentacles, the Ace of Swords, and the Sun. What is going on here, Libra? This is your challenge. Are you kidding me? Okay, so there's some sort of challenge around your happiness, clarity in your life, truth. Once again, the Ace of Swords is clarified by the Ace of Swords here. Okay, I do feel like there's some sort of truth that you may be in denial about that's leading to a blocked opportunity in your work or in your finances or in the physical world here, Libra. This is a very interesting challenge. And it shows me that I honestly feel there could be something that you know that you need to change about yourself. There could be something about your work that you need to change. Okay, I'm not going to talk to this person. I'm going to do my work differently. I'm going to be honest with the appraisal of my own state of consciousness at this moment instead of just blaming other people. Okay, because here's the thing. There's something that you're running away from that is so obvious. There's a certain career move that you know that you need to do that you're running away from, and you're just getting into the drudgery of it. You're just doing it as you're usually doing it, or even the tweaks that you're making is not sufficient for the change that you need to make. So here's the thing. I don't really think there's any physical action you can do. Obviously, it's your opportunity to get your physical world right, but this is more about you owning up to something. And this is very deep, and I'm not really that clear about what it is. I just know that this is what's going on. Okay. So here, let's just keep going here. What is it? Like, okay, all right. Let's clarify why the Five of Swords is in your overall general energy, because this is where, man, it's like self-sabotage or someone sabotaging you. Let's see. Why is the Five of Swords here? You could be angry at yourself for not having self-control. Like, you could be telling yourself, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, and then you don't do it, and then it weakens your character, weakens your mind, because your thoughts are out of alignment with your word or something. So it's like you are not, yeah. Yeah, wow. Yeah, a lot of you are just like really upset with where you are in general. Like, how did I get to this point? How did my life end up like this is what I'm hearing. Like, how could this have possibly happened? How did I not prevent this from happening? I'm so stupid. It is very much something about beating yourself up here, Libra. Very much so. And here's the thing. The Five of Swords is clarified by the Tower, the Wheel of Okay. Yeah, you're not seeing this correctly. The Five of Swords is clarified by the Tower, the Wheel of Fortune, and also the Page of Swords. You're very mad about where you are in life, the fact that your foundation is shaky, even though it's a part of your destiny and it's exactly where you need to be, because there's some sort of shift that you need to have in consciousness. There is no outside world, Libra. You focus on your consciousness. If you can treat everything as sacred, spiritual, accepted, don't have resistance to it, your life will transform on its own. There's something about I can't be happy until this changes. But it's almost like a complete BS, because there's also this fake thing that, remember I told you about, like, there's a big percentage of you that's like, my life's great. I love my life. Oh, I love my, and it's just like coming from this place where you say it and people are like, what the hell? They don't obviously love their life. And so you really may need to hit rock bottom. You really may just have to say, I am screwed up. Or something, because I just feel like there's a resistance to the Tower. It's like things are falling apart, and instead of viewing it as a blessing and the universe is coming in to help you with your destiny, you're viewing it as like, this shouldn't have happened. This is bad for my work. I'm so stupid, beating yourself up, and that's the state of consciousness that needs to go away. Needs to go away. And this is the frequency that needs to come in of, you know what, like whatever's happening, I'm curious. I'm excited about it. Okay, so this is definitely a deep month of complete change of your destiny. Your destiny is starting to change. The foundation of this is what, and to be honest, here's the thing. This is not going to apply to all of you, but there is something about a false career path that you keep telling yourself, this is what I'm meant to do, and it's just really not it. And you're wondering, why am I running into all these problems? Why am I, no matter how much effort I put in, why am I always running into problems? If you're working on something and you're always running into problems, that's the universe saying, hey, this is not the path for you. And instead of getting, oh, I thought, this is how people's life gets ruined. They don't go with the flow. They don't say, okay, well, this is not working. Okay, well, then let's honest appraisal. Let's sit with it. Let's change it. But I'm telling you, many of you are saying, no, well, I have an honest appraisal, but it's at this like layer. I'm getting a visual of the earth. It's like you're at like the almost deepest layer of analyzing yourself, but you're not like in the core of it. There's something blocking you from really getting to the core of your own wounding here. Okay? And it's something you labeling it as bad as well. You need to view this as neutral. The universe is not against you. It's never against you. So some of you may have to be working on the beliefs here of the universe is against me, God is against me, I'm cursed. Wait, what is this? What is this? There's something about your energy, right? And maybe for some of you this isn't your reading. And crosswatch, whatever. There's something here, Libra, about you think you're like cursed and you're not even admitting that to yourself. So how does that work? Yeah, obviously bad things happen from that. Some of you really need to go deep, and I'm just getting this, like there's something about like you are thinking like I'm like cursed, but you're not, and something's falling apart. You're like, oh, it's because I have bad with my family. It's like it's just like reaffirming something that you have in your head that's not objectively true, but you're taking a stance on it. Like, Libra, this is the stance. And like this thing's over here like, hey. So this is like, I don't know. I'm sorry this is really, listen, I don't know if like this is going to be my worst reading ever or what, but it's just not usual style. And once again, I don't know if this is something with massive world events. Let's get some advice for you, Libra. The camera died. Why is the Knight of Wands for you here? Man, I might have to do a November part 2 reading for this one, because I don't feel like I'm really... Why is the Knight of Wands here? In your advice? Yeah, you're meant to let this fire you up. It's just, I'm sorry, Libra. The Knight of Wands is clarified by the... Okay, the Knight of Wands is clarified in your advice by the Queen of Wands, the Four of Cups, and also the Three of Swords here in your advice here. So what I'm getting from this very clearly is all the pain, rejection, heartbreak, feeling like apathy, like, oh my God, why can't I just find my thing? Why is my life like this? Why am I so confused? Why am I so pained? I'm confused. Nothing's going the way I want it. This is the moment where you become a savage. Let me like break down like what the frequency I'm getting is. Like there's a rapper like Future, whatever, he doesn't do drugs, but he talks about like lean, like yeah, scumbag. But I do like your music, bro. And here's what like he like talks about, like I'm doing lean, like he's like I sip lean, I do like all these drugs, and he's in the studio like dead sober, and like all the like kids across America are like doing these drugs because of you, and you're not even doing drugs, so scumbag. But I like your music, but whatever. I'm not, no, okay? And so here's the thing. Can't do that, bro. Well, you can, but hey, you're going to get called out. Here's the thing. I'm sorry for rambling. I'm all over the place. Whatever. Thank you for your patience. Here's the thing. There is this thing with Future, though, this rapper, where he recorded all of his music on this one hard drive for 2 years straight. And then his homie, his friend got locked up with it. He went to jail and he lost all his music for 2 years. That's when he went beast mode. Picture all of your life's work is on this hard drive, deleted. Like, God forbid my channel ever got deleted. Okay, all the work I put into it. Or, you know, that's when I would go absolutely insane. Beast mode. Just let it fire you up. Who cares? That's the place you're going to, but you need to honestly admit that the hard drive is off. Things are off. You need to be open to new ways of doing things. Have the courage to take the high road and say, I don't know. You know, enlightened people, all they know is that they know nothing. And I feel like what's getting you in trouble is you think you know something that's coming from a Libra. Because here's the thing, or you're either afraid, I don't know. Why is the challenge, the truth card, Ace of Swords, clarifying this is the Ace of Pentacles, the Ace of Swords, and the Sun. That's just something that should be so obvious. Why is this your challenge? Why is this your challenge, Libra? I really feel like your whole mental, financial foundation is being recalibrated in November. So I don't mean to paint this. The whole point of this reading is to put you into beast mode of a Libra. What has to do with symmetry and courage, sacredness and courage. So I really hope this reading resonates with you. I really know that I didn't talk about love and whatever, but this is what I needed to tell you. So with that being said, I really hope this helps, and maybe I'll do a part 2 because whatever. All right, love you.